Speak Between the Lines podcast.
The shit that's uncool to talk about,
we make cool to listen to.
Jesus Christ, man.
All right, we in there.
Yeah, I know.
The button has been pushed.
Man, I just don't feel like crying. I just don't feel like crying. But you know, I think I'm more susceptible to it now than I used to be. Like, nigga, I'll be in a movie theater and I'll be so into the movie that I legit start crying, bro. Like, there's this part, I don't know if y'all seen Sing 2. Have y'all heard of it?
I have heard of it.
Yeah, so Sing 2, what it is what Sing is, it's this, I'm over here watery-eyed and shit. So what Sing 2 is, Sing is a movie, and pretty much of course it's a movie, what they do is they kind of sing certain songs throughout the movie, but they're popular songs, like you know them. Like they'll do The Weeknd, they'll do Lady Gaga and all this stuff. Well, in Sing 2, the premise of the movie is they're trying to perform in Las Vegas. There's this group of singers in this small country, and this small city, and they're trying to perform in Las Vegas. And so there's this recruiter or whatever. She flies to them where they are, this small city or whatever. They perform their ass off. She ain't buying it. She flies back to Vegas. Well, they make their trip to Vegas because they're so determined, right? And so what ends up happening is the main guy in this group says that he knows this famous singer who stopped singing a long time ago. And he stopped singing because his wife passed away. Like his wife passed, and these are animals, by the way. Like these are like lions and bears and shit. Like, so he stopped singing because his wife passed away, and they're trying to the small group is trying to get this lion or whatever to come and perform for him, but he's not doing it, right? And so they finally get him to the main stage of where the performance is, and he has a moment because he's like, man, I haven't performed since my wife died, and he just kind of just froze right there behind in the backstage, and the audience starts singing his song, bro, right? And so he's standing there, and then the spirit of his wife steps next to him and looks at him. And then he goes out there performing. Bro, when I tell you I was in the theater choked up. Nigga.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I was choked up because you have this lion or the singer who has lost his spirit to perform because his performance, the songs he did were for his wife. And when he lost his wife, he was like, what's the point of living? What's the point of performing? And then you have this moment of this breakthrough, and it's like his wife is there, bro. I was like, nigga, I was trying not to cry, bro, but I was
I would let him go.
Yeah,
man.
you gotta let them go, bro.
And that's what's so, and that's because we've been watching more animated movies since Alani's been here, and there's just so many adult aspects to Disney's animated films.
They got some tough tones in them. Pixar,
bro,
yeah,
bro.
You can't tell me you ain't cried when you seen Soul.
Oh man. Yeah, I got emotional. If I saw it now, I'd definitely probably cry. I'd definitely probably tear up, bro. It's just crazy. It's just crazy because all this shit in these movies, it's real. It's real. All this is going to happen. The passing of someone close to you is going to happen, and it's just. I don't know what's so powerful, dog. I've just been putting myself in movies lately, and I've been really just feeling them. It's crazy.
Because especially if anything happens, I try to find a moment in my life where it relates to it. And then that makes, I'm done.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dog. Man, it's man, Sing 2. We gotta get the intro out the way, but Sing 2, nigga, Encanto, which is a super popular movie now. That one's good too. It's just, man, I don't know. It's a lot of life lessons. It's a lot of life lessons and life pressures that you experience in animated movies that are made for kids. Right. But you as an adult watching these films, like there's stuff in there that you can relate to. I mean, I think like Pixar, like Rock said, I mean, they do a really good job at having the adults be entertained as well. Like, you know, kind of with their little inside sex jokes and all this other stuff. And like, it's pretty cool. Yeah, bro. Let's get the intro out the way.
Honestly, I wasn't even gonna do the intro. I felt like that was a powerful way to just kind of bring us back, especially like just all the stuff we were just talking about before hitting the button.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I'm glad you shared that because I've never seen that movie and I could visualize that. That's
bro,
man.
For real. It was touching, dude, because like you have this. I wish I knew his character name, but you have this lion, bro. Like, and the lion is supposed to be the king of the jungle.
The
like,
baddest, the tough.
Yeah, like nothing fucks with this. And then you have this event that he goes through that completely reshifts who he is. That event was that important to him. Like, his wife was that important to him. Everything that mattered to him went through his music. It came from his wife. And it's like you lose that. And it's like, why perform? What do you have to live for? Like, what's the point? And so to be able to like see him struggle with that and then have his breakthrough moment where like, look, this is gonna be okay. She is here, not physically,
right,
but she's with you, you know, in spirit or in energy. It's like, that's huge.
It's kind of funny you mentioned that because like my mom came over to see my kids Sunday, and she was joking about you know, customers that she deals with because you know she sells furniture, right? And so she was joking on someone's age, talking about, you know, they were young, they were like in their like late 50s or early 60s. And like when she said that, like it hit me because like my mom is so active. Like it never really dawns on me that she's 68. Like my mom's turning 69 this June. And it was like it just hit me in that moment. It's just like, I don't even want to say that out loud, but you know, you just like time
is real.
Yeah. And then my dad, you know, he's 73. And so my kids are like 1.
Yeah, man.
You know, so like it just like it's just really important, man. And I don't know. Like, I know you said that earlier, like, just like, you know, this is something that's going to happen. Like, we're all going to lose somebody that we care about, somebody that we're close to. And I was thinking about my dad because I remember, man, I would hit my dad on the phone and I swear like he would go to like at least 2 funerals a month, bro. And he did that every month for like, I feel like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
You know, you get to that point and it's just like, how do you mentally absorb those blows? You know, it's bad enough. Like, I remember in high school when a friend of mine, he died. He got hit by a truck. And that shit was devastating. And it was like, I didn't even know him like that. He wasn't my best friend, and it hurt. So it's been so long since I've had to really go through that. I know, Rock, you know, Tab, but that was the last person that I lost that was really close to me. Like, I just, as we start to age, you know, I'm about to be 37.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm kicking 40's door down pretty soon. But when you say 40, that ain't far from 50, which ain't far from 60, which ain't far from where my mom's at. So relatively speaking, like, I've lived half of the time my mom's been here. I don't know. Like, I never really put that into thought. I guess I'm just kind of freestyling this now, because now I think about it, it's like, yeah, like technically I may have already lived half of my life.
Yeah. Or all of your life. I mean, you don't know, because death can come at any time. And I think that's kind of the unique nature of death, right? I mean, because you have your family and your mom and your dad that have lived what we would think at our age, damn near full lives, right? But they may not feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's so that's why, like, age and time is just, I mean, it can be so relative, dude, because you'll have an 18-year-old who's excited to turn 21, but is afraid to turn 30. And here we are, like,
yo,
the 30s,
nothing.
And for real, 30 is the business. But then, you have somebody that's 40, 50, 60, finna turn 70 and think that, 30 is young, 40 is young, 50 is young. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, you said, you would ask the question, like, how do you
absorb those
blows? And I don't know. I think that, man, I've been trying to read more, and I think what's most important is just attempting to just live in the present as much as you possibly can. I think you appreciate life more when you do that. It doesn't make the blows any easier. I mean, because they're going to happen, and that's the thing. It's like we know it's going to happen. Like, this ain't one of those, like, even though you go day to day and you feel, because I think I go day to day and I feel in my body that these people are going to be here forever. I think I just feel it, even though in my mind I know that that's not the case. I think I feel like, okay, like I can go chill with my mom this weekend. I can go chill with my grandmother this week. I go chill with my nephew this weekend. And that may not always, that's not the case. Like, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not saying that that's not the case, but we can't be so confident that will be the case, because you don't know. You just don't know. And I just think that, man, I was reading something. I was actually watching this show, which y'all are going to probably think, if I tell you what it was, and if you go choose to watch it, y'all gonna think, oh, this nigga John is going crazy. But this show is so,
we've been potting for a while now. We know that about you.
It's fine. It is so good, bro. It's called Midnight Gospel. It's on Netflix. When I tell you, it's trippy. It's super trippy. It is, like, visually, it almost makes no motherfucking sense. But it's interviews that this guy has done. And in these interviews, like, he just talks about, like, life and death. And the last interview was him interviewing his mom, who was dying of terminal cancer. And that conversation that he had, that was one of the questions that he asked. He was like, Mom, I know you're dying. Like, you telling me to, like, do this and live in the present and appreciate every moment, but it doesn't make you getting ready to pass away any easier. And he was like, how do I confront that? And she said, when it happens, you cry, because it's something that hurts you. When it happens, you cry. And you feel that emotion, and you learn to live and not even move on, but you just learn to manifest that feeling and allow yourself to continue to live life. I mean, because it's going to happen. Like, my mom's going to pass away. My dad's going to pass away. My grandmother's going to pass away. It's just something that's, when it happens, she's like, you just cry. I was like, damn, that's the answer, huh? You just feel it, right? Like, it's just, I don't know, man.
It's funny you mentioned that, because, like, about the whole taking things for not taking it for granted. One of the things that I consistently pray for, I always thank God for this, is I'll thank God for my wife. I thank God for my kids. I thank God for my family. And then I'll specifically thank God for my mom, my dad, and my friends, and for maintaining them. And I say that, and I say that just because, like, I don't want to be naive and assume that it's not because of him allowing that to happen that I still have them. Like, I'm very grateful for the relationships that I have. And I understand that, like, it only takes a second, bro. Like, it don't take long to check out of here. Like, it almost amazes me how fragile we are as people, whether that is mentally, whether that is spiritually, whether that is physically. Like, we are very, like, we're strong, we're resourceful, but at the same time, like, things hurt. And it hits you in so many different ways. Like you can lose someone who's still physically fit, but mentally gone. You know, you can, like, there's so many nuances to actually, like, losing someone. And so I always try to thank God for that, because I do realize, like, this ain't, it don't have to go like this. It really don't.
Man, like, death is that one of those weird subjects for me, because I teeter between it not being about the person, it's about everybody else around the person. Because, like, if I, like, if something were to happen to me and, like, today was my last day, like, are there things I wish I would have done or didn't have a chance to? Yeah, but it's like, I wouldn't be, like, if I knew at midnight, that's it. Like, the kid, the family things, like, yeah, I would want to have that, but it's like, okay, that's it. I might, but everything else I've done to the fullest. But it's like, how would I get my brother ready for that? How would I get my family ready for that? So, like, I don't know the answer to that question, because, like, I get cry, but I know family members who grieve and are able to pick up the pieces, and I know other people who still grieve 10, 15, 20 years later, and is just as fresh for them as it just happened. So it's just, the people who are in my life, I try to keep them there. I try to have some type. No, I'm not. I get communication weakness for me, but I do still try to have some relationship. You know what I mean? Because I the one thing I would hate is if I would be gone tomorrow and then somebody said, I just want to have one more time with, or I wish he would have reached out one more time.
Yeah. Do y'all think that because Jared actually brought this question out of me, or J Rock, I'm sorry. J Rock actually brought this question out of me. Do you think that if you were to die tomorrow, next week, Friday, like you knew, do you feel like you would have lived your life the way that you wanted to live it? Not that you got everything that you wanted to get or did all that. Do you feel like you would have lived your life the way you would have wanted to live it?
As a whole, or just from the time I knew to the end?
No. As a whole, yeah, everything. Not if you had a week to live. What would you do in that 1 week? I mean, holistically, do you feel like
1980 whatever to present?
For the most part, I'll be happy, because, like, the things that are important to me, or the people that have been important to me for my life, they know that, and I don't feel like I've wronged anybody. Or I don't think there was anything that I'll need to fix in that last week or the last day. So for the most part, I I would be happy with the life I lived. Like from the, are there things that I wish I could have done? Like if I had another 5-10, absolutely. But like if I knew today was the last day, I wouldn't be upset about that. I mean, yes, I would be upset because of my last day. I'm not saying, hey, no, I'm good. Take me right now.
What would you be upset at? What would you be upset at?
That I didn't achieve as much as I want financially. Did this for myself. I want to just earn more, have a better lifestyle. But like I have life insurance, so I know that from a financial point, my passing wouldn't be a burden. And I would be happy that I'm even with that, with my life insurance, I'm be leaving something for my brothers and for my nephew and for my sisters.
And for your podcast, man.
Let me turn this camera off real quick.
I was like, too soon.
Okay. Then I had a follow-up question, but that podcast kind of snuck up on me. I'm sorry. I mean, because this has been a very somber 21 minutes, and so I don't know if the whole episode is going to be like this. I have another. Well, I guess Rez, I want you to answer the question too, but I did have another question for Rock, based on what he said.
Make sure you remember that question. But what was your initial question to Rock? Because I wanted to make sure I'm answering it the right way.
Yeah, it was. If you knew you were going to die, like, do you feel like you would have appreciated the life that you did live? Something.
Yeah, if you put it that way, yeah, I would appreciate it.
Or do you feel like you lived the life that you want to live?
I feel like I've lived the life that I wanted to live, but at the same time, I pissed a lot of people off. Yeah, I pissed a lot of people off. I wouldn't. It's weird. It's one of those things. It's kind of like where you wouldn't change anything, but it's more of a recognition of like, yeah, I can see why they're mad at me, or yeah, I can see why things went left. And that's not a synopsis or anything like that. It's just that if I'm being nitpicky, because it's easy for me to like point to all the bright spots. Like there's a lot of great relationships and everything like that. But if I'm,
are they?
What you mean? What you mean?
I'm just asking. Are they?
I mean, do tell.
Are there that many high spots?
For me?
Yeah.
Yo, shots fired.
I'm just saying,
No,
you're under 5'7". It's not that many high spots.
Yo, the disrespect.
I'm trying to line the mood.
Yo, that was good though. I like that. That was you're gonna get a podcast star for that one. That was nice. But yeah, like he got me messed up. That's funny. Yo, you the first. I was not in a mood to smile or laugh, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, not to belabor the point, but my life is great. I think especially in this pandemic, I think I found peace with not being in the top 3%, right? Because like I remember Abe showed me some video when we came out of convention in Oklahoma. We just thought we were the shit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna like run away with the world. Yeah. And I think now I've really settled into the fact that I'm happy with my life and my family and what God really allowed me to have, because I didn't have to have this. But at the same time, if I'm being 100 with it, I can definitely point to different relationships where I've pissed people off, and not necessarily that I think I'm wrong in that situation. I probably delivered it in a way where it wasn't received very well. And then some of us was blatantly wrong. It took me forever to mend the relationship with my father. We thank God he gave us the time to actually make that happen though.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't change that.
Yeah. I don't think I would either. That's actually a good point. I mean, because I feel like your experiences and what you go through in life are just experiences. Like at the end of the day, like what do they really matter outside of them just being moments in your life? Like, and this is all new thinking, and I'm really trying to like flush it out because I think both of y'all made really, really good points. I've been toying with, not really toying, but I guess I've been really trying to think. I've been really focused on this thought of like how much of all this really matters. Like, really, at the end of the day, like how much of all this matters. Like, the houses are great, the cars are great, the jobs are great, but at the end of the day, like, you know the old saying, like, you can't take it with you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Great
like,
facts.
like how much of this really that we cling on to, like we cling on to, wanting certain things. We cling on to wanting to be like fit. I mean, especially, we cling on to wanting other people's lives. I mean, just as a society, right? Because we see what's popularized on social media. But at the end of the day, like none of this shit matters. Zero. Like nothing. I mean, you wanted to make sure that your family's taken care of when you're gone, but I mean, even the thought of I wish I could have, or like kind of what Rock's saying, he didn't want the whole thing of like, oh, I wish or you said something along the lines of like somebody saying, oh, they wish they could have reached out to you and all that stuff. Which, yeah, and I think that realization is what's so important. And I think that's where like death makes that realization so important, because there's going to be a time where that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a time. And so, yeah. So I think when we think about death, or at least when I'm at least I'm trying to interpret death this way, it's actually, as painful as it is, I mean, it's one of the greatest teachers that we have. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if there's something that's going to tell you that, if there's something that's going to bust your ego down, make everyone on the same plane about whether you're white, black, old, young, rich, poor, there's going to be one thing that busts everybody down to the same level, and that's death.
I have never heard it said like that, but that was so well said, and it made so much sense. Like that's the ultimate, like
that's the common denominator.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is, and that's that thing where it's like nigga pull up in a fancy car. Okay, cool. Like none of that matters. And I'm not saying
that car can be flipped in 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah, easily. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to not want for these things, because it's cool having stuff. Like it's I mean, we want the VR system that go over your head and put you in the metaverse, or the new whatever thing. I mean, it's cool having those things, and I think that's what's kind of also important about death, is that it allows you to appreciate the things that you do have more in the moment that you're experiencing them. Because once you die, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh,
great equalizer.
Yeah, bro, it is. And that's kind of just. I've been reading this book, and I just kind of I don't know, man. It's just kind of just. I don't want to say it's changing my perspective, Well, it really is. It is, because this is not stuff that we don't know. I mean, like, we know death is coming. Like, we know, like, you can't take none of this shit with you. Even though people try to. Like, have you seen some of those pictures online where niggas will like bury themselves in cars and shit, and like all their riches and all that stuff? It don't really happen here. It happens overseas.
Yo, it's fucked up.
They try to take
just
that
had
shit
this
with them.
conversation with somebody jokingly last week.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I was just playing around. It's like, yo, I want all this shit buried with me. I want the PlayStation 5. I want it hooked up with a TV. I want to have the goddamn TV, the curved TV on the casket so I can have it playing.
This nigga gonna have a Crunchyroll app going playing.
Put my car keys with me. You ain't driving my car. Shit.
Man, for real, dog. Full tank of gas too. This nigga probably gonna be buried inside his car, dog.
Now I ain't gonna lie though, that will piss me off, yo. You die and then you just filled up your gas tank, nigga. That is a pet peeve, bro. What?
Hell yeah.
Let me get the 3/4, fam. Don't take me on a full tank, bro.
But that's so lousy, dog. You are not lying, bro. You fill up your car and then pull out of the parking lot of the gas station and die full tank. Yeah, that's trash. That's such a waste of $55.
Facts, bro.
Oh man. How do we move on from this? How do we move on? Do we move on? How do we move on from this?
I don't know, because honestly, the genesis of this whole episode came from us talking about all the stuff that's kind of in the news over the last week or two. I don't want to say it, but you know, I don't know if you could segue out of that, because it's like I don't know. Maybe I'm really in reflection mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just talking to my wife, like right before we started recording, I was talking to my wife in the kitchen, and I was talking about how she was asking me about working from home and like the pros and cons. And one of the cons that I told her was that I feel like I've lost a lot of great relationships. Like I really love working from home. I love not having to commute. But at the same time, like my social circle has diminished so much. Like there's a lot of meaningful conversations that I would have at work with different individuals that I would have never had outside of that building.
Yeah.
And not being in that building, almost all of those relationships have been severed. Not in a negative like beef thing, but it's more so just like we're so far removed from each other. Like a simple I am or text doesn't hit like I'm in your face and we're chopping it up on something.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what, we're going to talk for 45 minutes after work in a parking lot, like just like breaking down what's going on in life.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, matter of fact, from Todd from Skip the Tutorial. I remember we got off work one day, bro, and I was walking to the car. I just out the corner of my eye saw him, and I walked over and we started talking, bro. Easy an hour went by, easy, and we were just shooting the shit, bro. Like just like having a conversation about podcasting, about what we want to do with the pod, like you know, like kind of just commending each other on the success that we each have, because you know I commended him on you know the views that they get. He commended us on like just the validity of the conversations that we have and how it impacts him even in his like real life, and how he's taken some of the things from what we've said and implemented into his life, whether it be from us directly or from a resource that we pulled from or what have you. And I don't think I've talked to him in like months, bro. I probably like a real conversation like that. A real conversation like that for years. But I mean, like maybe like 6-7 months, bro. 8.
That's interesting, because it's with the whole work from home trend since the podcast, since the pandemic. That was my issue with it because I feel like I live at work. I don't feel like I'm work from home. I feel like I live at work.
Mm.
So like now I go into work even days that I don't have to. That way I can have that separation where work is physically there, home is here.
Mhm.
But like for me, it was another piece of it was the isolation piece because I stay by myself.
Right.
So during the start of the pandemic, there was 6 months where I didn't see another face at
Man.
all.
That's crazy.
Like unless
Man.
it was this or me having groceries delivered to the car, the person just coming to my car, putting it in and going, but there's no conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this work from home a good thing socially? Because like Rach, you bring up a great point. It's like even today when I left work, I had 3 15-minute conversations before I left and got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when you're not around people, you don't get that interaction. Because like even if I call the people, we're having a focused conversation about the phone call versus we're just getting off at the same time. We're just talking about whatever comes up.
Right.
And it's like you don't get that social piece of it working from home. Yes, you get the benefit of it's comfortable. I save gas and you save money. But the social aspect of it, unless you're somebody who goes out on the weekends, but shit, even now, it's still dangerous going out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're just going out random, it's like you don't know the people that you're going out with, so you're just talking to a random stranger. Versus somebody who you work with for like a year, a couple years or more, it's like you can tell them some real shit, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In person, that won't even translate well via messenger.
Right.
On on your work messenger. Yeah, man, it is tough. Yeah, those first few months for me working from home were tough, bro. Like it was cool. It was really cool until it wasn't. Now I'm fine, but like it's like as far as like that social aspect, because you realize like, bro, we'd be at work and then like all the black people will take a break at one time. And then we'll just go into the break room and just play Uno, bro, for a whole lunch break, dog. You'd be laughing, kicking it. You know, you got, the other people. I'm saying the other people like I'm talking. Like you have other people.
Black on the play, unnecessary blackness, 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. Go ahead, Abe.
So you have the Uno players, and then you have the other people because we had an Xbox or something in the break room too, and so you have like just a group of people like just in the break room at one time, and there's just all this energy because we over busting heads on Uno, and then you got people on the Xbox.
Were y'all playing Madden or 2K?
They were playing FIFA. They were FIFA heads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were FIFA heads, so they played FIFA mostly. Or like, bro, I'll bring the games up there like on a Friday, and we would just like have like a game day. You know what I'm saying? We playing, the type of shit that I'll be bringing to y'all's house and all that stuff. When we have game, like I just bring it up there, and we just be there. Yeah.
Yo, Erica was just cracking on you about that like Sunday. She was like,
bro, you know what? I think that's the one game I didn't bring gestures. That's the one game I didn't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dog. But you just don't realize like how important that is because you do it and it becomes the norm. So you just don't even appreciate it the way that you should. But now it's like, damn, they kind of miss that shit. That's kind of cool. But like the sacrifice of not having to drive somewhere it's huge.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
But I don't know, like the social aspect of seeing, like kind of like what Rock saying, like as far as like seeing people and conversing with people. I mean, I started asking Alani like, this is really it right here. What we do on the pod. You know what I'm saying? I'm not FaceTiming anyone else. I mean, like this is it. And so, yeah, dude, like work from home is dope, but it's definitely. It can be a challenge if you're a sociable person, even if you're not a social person.
Yeah,
like it can be a challenge.
That still makes a difference.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
that random. Hey, man, what's up? How's your weekend?
Yeah,
man, it's great. Like half the people aren't your friends because, like, if we weren't at work, I wouldn't be talking to half these people. But it's it's a good colleague situation.
Yeah, because you can meet somewhere. Like, you can meet somewhere, whether it's talking about how good or terrible the Cowboys are. I mean, you talk about sports.
Wait, whoa. The fact that you gonna sit there and tell this lie how good.
I said or terrible.
No, there's no good. It's how bad.
No, I said terrible. I said good because our season was decent and we made it into the playoffs. Terrible because we lost in the fucking first round to the 49ers.
The same thing happened for the past 20 years. God damn it.
I know, dude. And it's
that
ridiculous.
What you're not gonna
It's ridiculous.
Is sit here and lie to yourself like that.
Actually, you know what? Real talk, it might be close to 30 years. What was the last Super Bowl? Was it 94?
Somewhere. It was somewhere in there. 94, 95, 96. It was in there, that little round. Yeah, man. It's
you getting close to 30.
Yeah, dog. It's tough. That's not what this conversation is about. We're not talking about my Cowboys. It's tough because we lost to a team that we should have beat. I honestly feel like we should have beat the 49ers. The 49ers aren't a bad team. I'm not saying that. I just feel like we had more weapons than they did. I just feel like we had more weapons than
and
they
the
did.
49ers said no weapon.
They
formed against me.
Yeah, apparently that's exactly what they had. But yeah, I mean, they had a few weapons. Like their quarterback didn't really throw the ball that much. And Dre will tell you because you know Dre's been somber as fuck.
Oh, man.
Have you seen it?
Golly, bro. Don't do my brother like that, dog. This nigga's sick, bro.
Nah, my nigga.
I'm going to do it. Sick,
I'm
bro.
going to do it. You know why I'm going to do it? Because this nigga he would hop on live.
Facts.
And smile and cheese on live.
Facts. He was talking Cash Money too, bro. He was talking heavy on
Cash Money and the 99 and the 2000. This nigga was running it, bro. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it.
That nigga wrote a eulogy for Cowboy Nation,
bro. And the fact that we lost to them niggas and he was able to get that eulogy off upset me. So yeah, no. This nigga's been upset. Rightfully so, dude. I mean, who else did they have?
That was a heartbreaker, bro.
Yeah, the Chiefs were out. Like who else did they have? The Bengals? All you had to do was get past the Rams.
That's crazy.
Who you never lost to.
That's double crazy.
You know what I mean? So
except when it counts.
That's tragic. That's tragic, bro. That was I watched that. Oh man. I was rooting for them too. That's tough. I was rooting for them just because I wanted Dre to be happy, bro. But man,
oh no,
I don't know if there's a worse way to lose.
Yeah, about 13 seconds.
Golly.
The snap off.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
And trying to spike the ball with.
Yeah. I'll take that back.
They're definitely the worst way to lose. Hey, damn it, we saw it on live fucking TV,
bro.
What was they thinking,
bro? I was sitting there, I was like, nah, I know this shit did not really happen. We did not just lose. We did not just lose.
And the rest made it so bad
on a bum snap, dog.
Oh,
the game's over. God. Go home. What?
Bro, we would have lost the game on a
referee bumped into referee bumped up.
That's just, I can't believe it.
No.
Yeah, man, it was wild. It was wild. Rudy, are you still? What's up? Are you still hosting the Super Bowl party? What's good?
Oh, you know what?
See,
we got 2 weeks. No. You know what? We got 2 weeks. We could do it. We got 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It's still on.
I just don't believe him.
No, it's still on. It's cool.
Because he forgot.
I did forget. Once the 49ers went off, because my plan was to get you, Dre, and like everybody, but you know, Dre ain't gonna come now. Like he ain't he ain't coming.
It's sad. I'd rather be pissed off that we lost in the first round than hurt that we lost the game before the Super Bowl.
All right, so then you about to make me go off on somebody. All right, so it's you know how we live in this participation era where everybody is just happy to be here. It's not about winning; it's just about getting places. Mm-hmm. So, are you saying that it's better to lose in the first round than say the finals?
I wouldn't say that. As a player, I wouldn't say that. as a fan, especially a Cowboys fan, because it's like we did so well, but then like realization kicks in when we're out the first fucking round. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, shit. I mean,
but I've been doing that for life.
This is us. Like this is who we are. But
so okay, so let's role reverse it. Let's say, hey, let me say the Dallas Cowboys get out the first round.
Mm-hmm.
They get all the way to the NFC Championship game, and they lose on a bad spike.
Oh, nigga. Bro,
would you say? Hold on. Wait.
NFC Championship on a bum spike like we did that first round? Oh, nigga.
But
what?
Which would you prefer? Losing in the first round to the bum spike or getting the exact same result but losing in the NFC Championship game? Because, well, let me get your answer first.
There is a right answer to this question.
There is a right answer. And my emotions are saying, cut me early. Cut me deep, cut me early. That's what my emotions are saying. As a fan,
I would agree with that.
Yeah, as a fan, though, like, I would want to get there to the NFC Championship, but then if you were to lose that way, because the difference is, if you lose in the first round, it makes you no different than any other team that didn't make the playoffs. At least when you make it to the NFC Championship, it's like, okay, we've proven ourselves to, at least record-wise, the best teams in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, look, we've gotten to the championship. We tricked it off by a bump spike, but we've gotten to the NFC Championship. Losing in a wild card, that makes you no better than Chip. The fucking, who was the last? The Eagles? No, it wasn't the Eagles. The Eagles did good. It makes you no better than the Giants, who were last in our division. Like, getting there doesn't mean anything. But if you make it far, it means more. But as a fan, I would rather be like, look, fuck it. Look, we out. That's cool. I don't know.
But wouldn't you take the fact that you lost off the bump spike in the NFC Championship as progression?
No.
You wouldn't?
No, here's why I say that. So because that is a lack of fundamentals and a lack of preparation to be there. So you're in the championship round for the conference, getting ready to go to the Super Bowl, and you're not ready to be there.
But they are. But they still.
No. I'm saying it's. But like, you practice.
They can't even make the semis. Like,
but, you're not wrong.
What do you mean?
You're not wrong.
What are you talking about?
We just turned this podcast into a Cowboys bashing. Bro, we were talking about the 49ers and your brother. How are we talking now? Talking about the Cowboys.
So, okay, I got you. I got you how we got there.
We were talking about the 49ers and Dre. Now we're talking about me and my Dallas Cowboys.
Because the original topic was death. In sports, the Cowboys is death. It makes sense. We're on topic, guys.
Oh,
I
my
got
God.
you.
We're done.
Oh my God.
That was great.
Who y'all going for? Who y'all going for in the Super Bowl?
Well, LA got home court advantage or home field advantage, right?
Yeah, they do.
I'd like to see a team win in their own city. I feel like every time that's happened, they've blown it.
No, Tampa Bay did it.
Was that last year?
That was last year, yeah. He did it.
Oh, but then I'll take Cincinnati.
You like Sin?
I don't like them. I don't like them, but I'll take them.
Yeah. I want LA to win. The only reason I want LA to win. Well,
Odell is on that team.
Odell. I want Odell to get him a ring.
Yeah, I'll take LA.
Especially when you're coming from a team like the Browns. Yeah, that wouldn't apparently they were blaming Odell
on everything
about his poor performance, and then he goes to a team, and not only is he just on the team, this nigga's making catches, he's getting touchdowns. Like, yeah, Matt Stafford's hitting him. So,
what if he won a Super Bowl MVP,
bro?
Wow,
after Bunting.
Wow.
If he wins, you got to fire Baker Mayfield.
Facts. You should have already done it, but I mean, y'all sitting here saying, "Oh man, we paid all this money for Odell. He ain't doing nothing." But now it's like, and Odell's not even the first option
At
in the
all.
Rams. Cooper
No,
Cup
without
is.
doubt. Yeah, Cooper Cup is. Ugh,
So
disgusting.
yeah. So yeah, I want to see the Rams go because of Odell, and then Matt Stafford is from Dallas. So I want somebody from Dallas to get it too. I think Von Miller is too.
Since the city came.
Yeah. All right, man, we finna get up out of
It
here.
was right there. It was right there, bro.
Yo.
It was right there, bro.
Man, we finna get up out of here. Are y'all prepared for the weather?
Nope. I need to go get water and a log starter. I got the wood, but a little fire starter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that.
Same. Go get some more groceries when y'all from work.
Why y'all waiting so late? What are y'all doing, man? You know people are crazy right now.
Dinero.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you. I just hope. I mean, it says it's not gonna be as bad as last February, but I don't know. They've already canceled school
Facts.
for Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
So
I just need the electricity. Keep the electricity, and most importantly, keep the internet on.
facts.
Yeah.
Those are the only two things. Y'all can take anything else.
Dude, seriously.
I'm playing though. Don't take anything else, God, please.
I know, right? Motherfucking roof done caved in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
nah,
got
Lord
internet?
forbid. Lord forbid. And it's supposed to be a lot of ice too, dude. And that's what kills power over here for a long time.
Ice.
Like, we were fortunate last year because we didn't lose power, but bro, no. It didn't ice as much either. If it ices a lot, we'll probably lose power for 18 hours to a day.
Damn.
That's happened before. Yeah.
Good thing we did the podcast today.
Facts, man. So I got some shit just in case. I mean, I went and got milk today because I got milk yesterday and left the motherfucker in the trunk. So I had to go buy some more. Might take that one back.
Yo, did y'all felt us like this?
Yo, that's my nigga. That's my nigga right there.
Facts. That definitely the nigga move.
That is my nigga. Yo.
I've never
So,
said
yeah, man.
blackness. Another 5 yards on the plane. Repeat second down.
Oh my god. How much time on the clock?
You know what?
And he finna fuck up this snap.
Oh my gosh, man, y'all are funny. All right, man. Let's get about it. I think this was a full
I agree.
episode, man.
Yeah,
I
I
had
agree.
emotions too. I think we did a good job ending it because that shit started super somber. Yeah, man. Let's bounce. Do we want to give the RIPs on our way out?
You can.
I don't.
Just RP, man. RP.
Yeah, RIP to people that were recently lost. Lost a lot of celebrities too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, y'all be safe. Just I don't know, man. Just work on just appreciating life for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just appreciate life. Okay, check out our older episodes. The last one that we had 2 months ago, which is we pied now. Red, oh my gosh, Red said something so funny, bro. So we was on the phone. We was on the phone the other day. We was on the phone the other day.
Terrible name. That's a terrible name.
And we had looked at our last episode, and Rez was like, "Okay, yeah, we pied now." Then nothing for another month. I was like, damn,
Jesus. Trash. We suck. We suck.
Yeah, man. Check out some of our older episodes, man. Oh, dude, yeah, we got a what do you call it when two podcasts come together and make
Collaboration.
one? Yeah, collaboration coming. That's gonna be cool. So y'all know what we're supposed to be doing, right? So just to kind of give some clarity what's going on. So we're going to do a collab with the Amber and Amber podcast, which they just started. They're actually doing really well right now.
Shout out to Amber.
Yeah, shout out to Emery Amber for sure, for sure. And so what we're gonna do is, which I think this will be cool. So we're gonna ask. It's gonna be like gender based questions. So like we have our questions, right, that we're gonna bring to the ladies, and they're gonna have questions that they bring to us, and we have to answer them. Now, I was thinking, like, should we put like boundaries on what could be asked, or is it just anything goes?
No, I say anything goes.
Anything
Yeah.
else will be fun.
It's more fun.
Think so? Anything goes?
Yeah.
Okay. Jared, you got to answer a lot of the single questions. You know that, right?
You got to answer all the single questions.
Why? I don't get it.
What you mean?
We have responsible parties. We have to be accountable.
Man, facts. I can't even like play like I'm single.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
We're gonna put two married people on a show with two women.
Who are
asking-
married? They're both married.
Okay.
Hey, so
Yeah.
Oh well.
again,
Yeah.
if they was your last day, would you live in differently? No. So you answer the questions.
So you're gonna be our single
I
Yeah,
got
you
you.
gonna be
I
our
got
single
you.
inside
Like-
spokesperson.
They like,
A single
nigga,
insider?
that shit sound good, but you answer these questions. I got you.
Yeah.
My wife listens to the pod, so like a
That'd be
hawk.
cool. I wonder if we can get questions from people that listen to us.
Who listens to us? It's been a month.
We got
have had
Sweet
Sweet in
out there. We got Sweet out there. We got a Kikyo,
That's two people.
Smokey Norfolk.
That's three.
You don't remember everybody.
No, that's you talking about New House.
New
That's
house, yeah,
it.
new house, yeah.
That's what I'm remembering.
Charging somebody. My heart.
Yeah, man. So I think that'd be a cool little combo, man. I think that'd be
Hilarious.
So yeah, man. Be on the lookout for that. And then, man, let's get up out of here, dude. I know we didn't have an intro, but we can have an outro.
Who does outros?
Oh, it's been that long. Okay. This is Kid Game signing off.
Yeah, there we go.
J Rock.
Young Reds.
Between the lines, we are out of here.
One.